Yo, how's it going, everyone? Isaiah here with a very disappointing news. So I know you're expecting a Legend of Zelda episode today, but there's a major error while recording it, and it's corrupt as fuck, and I can't get it back. No matter, I've tried everything, restoring it, doing everything, but I'm sorry, I can't do nothing about that. So what I'm gonna do is explain to you what happened in the episode and then give you the cutscene of what happened in the episode, because it was kind of an important cutscene. Nintendo likes to fuck over YouTubers when they play their Nintendo games, and it's funny. I got the curse, and it wasn't even, not even big or like, trying to monetize it. It's just, I wanted to play it so you guys could see it, and it's just like, you fucked, boy. Now all I can do is hope this never happens again, because this was a major letdown on my part. It pissed me off because it was a good episode, and it was a 37-minute episode, just gone, completely erased. So anyways, what happens is, in the beginning, I find how to get the warm sweater. To get the warm sweater, I go back to the Forest of Silence. I killed a boar. I got raw meat. I went back to the cooking place. I put the raw meat, the Hyrule bass, and 2 spicy peppers in the cook, and I got the spicy seafood and meat stew or whatever one that was in the diary of the old man. I got that, and I gave it to him, and he's like, "Oh, thanks. Here, you can have this warm itchy double, whatever it's called." And so I got it. I went up to both of the shrines. One shrine was stasis, which means if something is moving, you could stop it. It was not every object, but certain objects. Like if there's a boulder come rolling down at you, you could use your Sheikah Slate and stop it. So it stopped in time. You could run past it, around it, or wait for it to come, stop it, and then go run past it. And then after that, I got the cryonesis. It allowed me to of a body of water to shoot an ice block at it. Not an ice block, but to create an ice block from it. The water. If you guys have played Triforce Heroes, it's basically the ice wand, where you shoot a body of water with the cryonesis, and a giant block of ice pops out of the water and it goes up. So basically, I got those 2 powers. The old man came to me and was just like, we kept asking him questions about who he is and what he is, and he's like, "Oh, well, just this, you'll find out." And then so he's like, He after I got the 4th shrine, the last shrine he wanted me to get, he's like, "Okay, now where all 4 shrines intersect, the 1, 2, 3, 4, where they all interconnect, there's an X on your map, and meet me there." And you have to put it together, but it's just a Temple of Time. So I went to Temple of Time. I prayed to the goddess Hylia. I think it was Hylia. I prayed to the goddess Hylia, and I asked her, because I went to pray this time because there's like a light on her. I went to pray, and since I had 4 spirit orbs, I was able to increase my stamina. So I increased my stamina on a quarter. You guys will see it in the next episode. And I did that. I went to go talk to the old man, and he revealed himself to be King Rome, but it doesn't really explain if it was King Daphnis, his son, or his father, or what his relation to King Daphnis is from Wind Waker. But it looks a lot like Wind Waker. Like, everyone was saying it might be King Daphnis because of how the similarities are. It is not King Daphnis, but it looks like King Daphnis, so they're related in some sense. Now, what I'm going to show you is the cutscene that I missed because, stupid recording shit. But anyways, that was pretty much the whole episode, was me beating those Sheikah shrines and going back to the Temple of Time and getting the food to make for the guy. But I knew I should have ended the episode there and started. Damn it. Oh well. So, sorry about that. I hope you guys enjoy this cutscene. It was really well played out, and if you're wondering what I did after the cutscene in my episode, I just got the paraglider, and I was like, okay, thank you, and I got prepared to jump off with the paraglider, but I didn't do it. And in the next episode, I start the episode by jumping off, so everything will work out and be just fine after that. So thank you so much for understanding. I'm so sorry that happened. I know we want to see more gameplay because Zelda's great and it's fantastic, and I'm working on it. So I'm sorry. Please enjoy.
Well done there, young one. Now then, the time has come to show you who I truly am. I was King Rome Bosphoramus Hyrule. I was the last leader of Hyrule. A kingdom which no longer exists. The Great Calamity was merciless. It devastated everything in its path, a century ago. It was then that my life was taken away from me. And since that time, here I have remained in spirit form. I did not think it wise to overwhelm you while your memory was still fragile. So rather than that, I thought it best to assume a temporary form. Forgive me. I think you are now ready. Ready to hear what happened 100 years ago. To know Calamity Ganon's true form, one must know the story from an age-long past. The Demon King was born into this kingdom, but his transformation into malice created the horror you see now. Stories of Ganon were passed from generation to generation in the form of legends and fairy tales. But there was also a prophecy. The signs of a resurrection of Calamity Ganon are clear, and the power to oppose it lies dormant beneath the ground. We decided to heed the prophecy and began excavating large areas of land. It wasn't long before we discovered several ancient relics made by the hands of our distant ancestors. These relics, the divine beasts, were giant machines piloted by warriors. We also found the Guardians, an army of mechanical soldiers who fought autonomously. This coincided with ancient legends, oft repeated throughout our land. We also learned of a princess with a sacred power, and her appointed knight, chosen by the sword that seals the darkness. It was they who sealed Ganon away using the power of these ancient relics. 100 years ago, there was a princess set to inherit a sacred power, and a skilled knight at her side. It was clear that we must follow our ancestors' path. We selected 4 skilled individuals from across Hyrule and tasked them with the duty of piloting the divine beasts. With the princess as their commander, we dubbed these pilots champions, a name that would solidify their unique bond. The princess, her appointed knight, and the rest of the champions were on the brink of sealing away Ganon. But nay. Ganon was cunning, and he responded with a plan beyond our imagining. He appeared from deep below Hyrule Castle, seized control of the Guardians and the divine beasts, and turned them against us. The champions lost their lives, those residing in the castle as well. The appointed knight, gravely wounded, collapsed while defending the princess. And thus, the kingdom of Hyrule was devastated absolutely by Calamity Ganon. However, the princess survived to face Ganon alone.
Link, you are our final hope. The fate of Hyrule rests with you.
That princess was my own daughter, my dear Zelda. And the courageous knight who protected her right up to the very end. That knight was none other than you, Link. You fought valiantly when your fate took an unfortunate turn. And then You are taken to the Shrine of Resurrection. Here you now stand, revitalized 100 years later. The words of guidance you have been hearing since your awakening are from Princess Zelda herself. Even now, as she works to restrain Ganon from within Hyrule Castle, she calls out for your help. However, my daughter's power will soon be exhausted. Once that happens, Ganon will freely regenerate himself, and nothing will stop him from consuming our land. Considering that I could not save my own kingdom, I have no right to ask this of you, Link. But I am powerless here. You must save her, my daughter, and do whatever it takes to annihilate Ganon. Somehow, Ganon has maintained control over all 4 divine beasts, as well as those guardians swarming around Hyrule Castle. I believe it would be quite reckless for you to head directly to the castle at this point. I suggest that you make your way east out to one of the villages in the wilderness. Follow the road out to Kakariko Village. There you will find the Elder Impa. She will tell you more about the path that lies ahead. Consult the map on your Sheikah slate for the precise location of Kakariko Village. Make your way past the twin summits of the dueling peaks. From there, follow the road as it proceeds north.